You leading the division? Not at all. He got the Cardinals. Mm-hmm.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Redskins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. There, the defense won the battle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Touchdown, Washington! As his guys are in for 6, and the Redskins have taken a 1st quarter lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago, so how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score, almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st down, Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know He's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they try the right side here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hot.
Darnold from the gun. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Vinny Curry in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Lets it go for Nelson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Why are my guys not going for the ball?
About meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive.
Nah, like I'm throwing to the receiver.
On that play.
And that ball wasn't overthrown like that, and he didn't even try to catch it.
And that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And his guys are going to take over at the 34.
Then he don't even try to catch that one. Right?
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays, getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's White. White's got a first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Come on, what are you doing?
And the third down pass falls incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Darnold down to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Darnold. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hot.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Here's Darnold. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To the air again, Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we
I don't know if it's going to be live.
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he is tackled inside
2 hours,
the 40,
I think.
not quite to the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Darnold. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Brian Orakpo. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Darnold. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
Here's Darnold. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And McManus able to put it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left.
What?
And he takes it in.
What?
Touchdown,
What?
Washington. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
What are you saying?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Darnold on first down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deion Kane in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Forced out to his left. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime
They're gonna win,
report.
though.
Coach, Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead.
Man, some bullshit, bro.
And this will not be returnable.
Man, bruh. Mariota, how you overthrow? Man, I don't understand it, and I'm gunning the ball.
Man,
then, you know that last play you threw to the running back, D. Frank? I knew you was finna do that. Madden made me do a circle or some shit. I'm trying to pick the ball off, bro. That shit some bullshit.
You gotta go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down.
No, I'm right. I'm right there. I'm at the spot he's throwing, but they made me like stutter and turn around, bro. I'm knowing he's throwing it to the running back. That shit some bullshit. And I said, and I'm like, give me meat. Then the dude didn't. I don't know what the fuck my dude did. I knew I was finna intercept the ball. I knew he throwing it to the running back.
He didn't get you, man. He didn't get you, huh?
No, Madden helped him out on that one. It was a good game, but Mariota, boy, he missed some wide open, probably touchdown. Well, I know that one was wide open touchdown. The Cardinals, I think.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Virgin. No, not.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Swag, you winning.
The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Goodness gracious. I knew this shit was good.
They're on the road.
You out of there, big dog.
Away from getting right back in this game.
Because the spot they're in now is a credit to
No, Swag need to beat the dude he playing. Just so happen he wouldn't beat him.
Boy, just so happened.
The question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's
get the.
Had his hands on it.
That's terrible.
The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Every offensive coordinator,
man, shut up, bro.
Man, dude, just keeping it real with you, bro.
5 or 6 plays per game.
He keep going on and on and on. You know how he do. He's gonna go on and on and on.
And they just did.
All right, man. I lost. I'm upset.
Great chance to make a big play. That's gonna hurt.
Throwing here on 3rd down.
Oh my God, Donald, you are terrible, dog.
Second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we
Donald
saw.
Terrible, dog.
The rhythm seems off.
I swear to you.
Yeah, Mariota played just like him, missing wide open touchdowns, bro.
Man, ain't nobody trying to hear all that
good
bullshit,
to hear
man.
it go again. Just go look at the game plans from that kid. Just go look at. He had what? 17. Go look at because you're gonna keep going on and on and on.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yards.
14-17.
Adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from.
Deep front.
Into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw on second down is Darnold.
Oh my God! Oh my!
He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, and that'll make it third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
You make it so difficult, Donald. You make it so difficult, bro.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Way more difficult than it got to be, bro.
Able to get in there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was
what the
locked up tight.
talking to the folks.
To force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Detroit!
A 1st down throw, Darnold. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Detroit!
On 1st down, Darnold. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
We booted them out.
I laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver.
Is that what it was? Something like that.
It's very difficult, but when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as
and he is in for the
I kicked him for some because he had that stuff going on. He had some personal stuff going on. But then he was like he was going to play through it, though.
The Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all.
Right.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
On there who?
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a carry for White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Saints will have the football back. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deion Kane with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints have moved out in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
What are you playing, man?
We are not done yet. Charles, this one, not
playing
over,
CPU?
certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Lamar Jackson.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's caught. This is White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical.
Yep. 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 24-17. I was up. He had the ball on his 39. 5 minutes. He's still in the party. He ain't working out with you. All right, bro.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Redskins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Darnold. They'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Just the whole game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. In for the score. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Landry the intended target. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Darnold from the gun. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Here's Darnold now on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they got the receivers wondering if they have to
why my triangle ain't working?
Defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete.
It ain't, bro.
Well. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right.
Oh, get the freak out of here.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second.
Sound like he knows something you don't know, big dog.
There, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now White. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. Going up top for Cup.
Ooh, nasty Reed.
Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big
triangle work that time.
His guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Lucky 56.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch it now, Barney.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be
considered a source.
And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Who are you trying to hook him up with?
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And shoving his way inside the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, you are too good, gracious. Never mind.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold.
Never mind.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
No mind,
he'll
man.
get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I'm gonna stay in Arkansas,
first
Chad.
catch, good for 8 and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna stay on this side of the Mississippi, big dog.
The quarterback saw him and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Me?
All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Man, he ain't in here no more, man. We can air all we want to now.
Able to convert that into money, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
You been saying what?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And on the ground they go with a running.
That's weak, not 64. That is weak, bro.
Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Back nine it up, Philly. Here we go.
They'll run. It's Washington. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it. 1st and goal.
Boy, you see it, son. That's real right there.
On 1st and goal, Washington. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now McManus on to kick this one off.
Yeah, with the Saints I shoot.
A chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskins offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Mahomes now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say.
Stupid animation.
Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Going down the middle, and
What's
it's
up?
complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Not all the way, though.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into their lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
You're about to eat that big donut.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Dad.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A final shot before the break, Darnold. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Hey, y'all chill out.
They'll go on offense
Jordan.
first here to begin the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a big play there for the Saints. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down throw, Darnold going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. In for the score. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Nobody buy apples no more, man.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.
Plays on script coming out of the second.
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
After the interception, here's Darnold. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Vinny Curry. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now he's going to go up top over the middle.
Ooh, we almost caught it.
To it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
On 4th down, Darnold. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf Incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to launch this thing way down. This is caught at the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down.
Well,
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run with White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, it's Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And the stop will come
on,
inside
Walker.
the 5 at the 4. Now they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They'll run. This is White. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. James White with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
following.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. On 1st down, Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Redskins send out their punter.
I'm like that. I can only listen to a couple of his songs at a time.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Like, he be spitting, though, on all of them.
Fair catch signaled for and taken
But
just outside the 20-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Saints will take over with a first down. And
I think
10.
all of them are I think they are the same, though, bro. I think that's what it is for me. Like, nah, Kendrick Lamar, that dude changed his style up and flow up so much, bro.
First down, Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deion Kane, 79 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Being chased out left. Left side, it's Dorsett.
Let's go, defense.
Knocked out. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Detroit!
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Throw left side on target to Kane, complete. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
All right, big dog.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be.
I'm up 31-10 in the fourth quarter.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game.
All right, bro.
Reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty.
It's OP, man.
Darnold from the gun. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Cross, boy, you balling.
As his guys are in for 6. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints. So another score there.
38-10.
Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And probably the head coach will add a 4th phase.
Hey, y'all pick that floor up.
And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Oh, spinning away. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go. It's caught inside the 25.
What the freak is that?
Into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Madden, what is that?
A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point.
I can do it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
You need to fill out the one for the book that you read.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end
Double
line.
up.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
Bro, marketing for albums don't be good no more either. I don't never know when nobody coming out with nothing. If you ain't checking for it, you know what I'm saying?
Can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears, but right now, it's all those.
And he can't find a receiver,
all right, big dog.
And he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going up top for Cup. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator.
Well, you said something.
Double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in.
It's a good thing,
really
man.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down.
Can't stand,
well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Dog.
On 2nd down, Darnold.
I'll let him know.
Into the end zone, touchdown, New Orleans.
Is he in here?
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
I remember you did that to him one time. You did that. Joker started talking.
Just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Hey, pick that floor up. Give me that remote.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it
face mask? Why are we face mask?
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs.
Cleaning
it's
up.
1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going up top for Cup. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
Bitty Burger! Bitty Burger!
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead.
Stay on my sticks, J. Real.
Now McManus
Trashy
on to
bum.
kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
forward. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. White again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him
You ain't getting out of this. You ain't getting out of this easy.
Going to take a timeout on defense. As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
I know you want it to be over.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that.
I ain't ready for it to be over with yet.
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. And Darnold wants to throw the football. He sets to fire deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Here's Darnold. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Second down and 10, Darnold. That is caught inside the 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. One receiver left, 3 to the right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Detroit. Gone.
Throwing again is Darnold. And this will be caught. And the carnage
I see you, Frost.
It's
I see you, boy.
Touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So out now come the Redskins. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final try from Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll have another road date next week.
What did you do with the pin?
With the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Here. Sky.
Dad, what time is it?
Hey, put that in the backpack and take it downstairs. All that fussing.